Yeah. Well, Jen, this is a great time for us to transition here in the show where we like to make sure we ask every guest the same four questions before they go. And the first question we like to ask about is, has there been a miss or two along your journey and something you've learned from it?
No, it's all been really smooth sailing. Okay, no, it hasn't really. Yes, I can, straight off the bat, I can think of a couple of things. Look, my first one was about 7 years ago, decided to do the whole employee thing. And I took on a person to be our national sales manager. And his job was specifically to get NAS into distribution centres within Australia. He had had 30 years experience in the industry. He had all the right contacts. And for him to come on board, he had two things that he really wanted. The first one was he wanted to work autonomously from home in another state. So we agreed to that. Gave him a very handsome wage along with phone and fuel card and all the rest of it. He was with us for roughly about 6 months, 5 or 6 months. And he knew where we were financially, purely because of his second condition, which I'll talk about in a moment. He knew where we were financially, so he wasn't doing anything. There was always an excuse for something. His car broke down to go to a meeting or whatever it was. And I ended up saying to him, look, if you want to get paid this week, you've got to go out to salons even and just make your wage for me to pay you. Never really heard back from him again. Most bizarre. But his second condition, what really made that so much larger for us, was his second condition was, in order for him to work for us, we had to make sure that we were totally stocked up, because to get a contract with one of the distribution centres, we had to prove that we had everything there. So that meant going out and buying thousands and thousands of products, hundreds of thousands of packaging. So I got a small inheritance when my parents passed, so we used all of that. So we had used totally everything because this was it for us. We really thought this was, he was really going to, became very well recommended. So we'd used all the money, and yeah, it was a huge setback for us. But what did I learn from that one? Yeah, I learned that my management skills suck, really sucked. I call it burned and learned. So that was our first big mistake, because we sort of got left with holding all this stock and all this packaging and well and truly out of money. The second one that we did was we ordered 40,000, don't know if you know what they are. They're like 30-gram sifter jars. It's to hold our powder products. Mm-hmm. And I ordered them direct from China. And when I ordered them, my mistake was I ordered through a trading company rather than a manufacturer. And the difference with that is a manufacturer, when they get an order, they oversupply, and then they've got leftovers. So what a trading company does, they go around to all those different manufacturers and pick everything up. So this trading company's gone to all these different manufacturers, picked up these 30-gram jars, and then gone, oh, we need 30-gram sifters. So they went to other companies, picked up their 30-gram sifters. And then I got it all shipped to my manufacturer, my contract manufacturer here in Australia. He proceeded to fill them. And then what we realised was those jars, because they came from different places, some were transparent, some had like a brown tinge to them, some had a yellow tinge to them, and the sifters didn't fit. So I got customers coming back going, my powder fell all over my bathroom rug. And I'm like, yeah, right. Then it happened to me. I'm like, oh. So then we spent like 3 weeks going through thousands of products, just opening them and lifting these sifters to see if they were loose or not. And the jars weren't cheap, but to have them filled as well, wow, that was just a massive loss. So what did I learn from that one? If you're going to deal with China, you have a quality control company on the other end before they're even shipped out. So yes, lessons lessons, but lessons learned as well.